To many, this neck of the woods is considered cattle country, and to a large degree, that's true. But in a small town known as the geographic center of the nation, a bit of a surprise. One of the largest wool warehouses in America, in a region where sheep are rarely in the spotlight. Tonight we take a look inside a place many have never even heard of, along the way in the northern hills. A long metal warehouse hugs the train tracks. A loading area reads wool. And even in its quiet hometown, this economic engine runs more like a whisper. Larry Prager has worked here for nearly 4 decades.
It's the invisible business in Belle Fourche, because people drive by it and they know we're here, but they really have no idea what goes on here. They just know it's the wool warehouse.
Center of the nation wool is a bit like a Pandora's box, with numbers that are darn near startling to hear.
The United States produces about 25 million pounds of wool a year. And through our doors, we'll market between 4.5 and 5 million pounds. And so we're handling roughly 20% of the wool produced in the United States is local to this region.
That is a lot of wool. And this warehouse operates with just 6 employees. You won't see any sheep here. They're sheared at the producers' ranches. What you will see is stack after stack of white nylon-wrapped bales, each filled with the wool of 40 to 50 sheep.
Typically our bales weigh 400, maybe 500 pounds.
Too heavy to carry, they're carted around by forklifts. These bales come in from about 1,500 wool operations from several surrounding states. Prager says each sheep produces about 10 pounds of wool, earning roughly $2 a pound, or $20 per animal for the rancher.
One sheep could make a wool suit or a wool blanket.
Center of the nation's role is to be a middleman between the ranchers who sell the wool and the textile industry that buys it. So how key is wool from these parts? Just listen to this.
In all of my time in the wool business, the single biggest user of wools from this region is the U.S. military.
Wool that goes toward U.S. military dress uniforms, typically made with a 50-50 blend of wool and polyester.
So we supply a little over half of all the wool consumed by the U.S. military and the armed forces.
Prager started working here in 1978. Before that, he used to shear sheep. This guy knows his wool. This is high-quality wool from the prairies of Wyoming, worth, he says, $3 per pound.
Crimps are the natural curvature of the wool fiber, gives it a lot of strength, elasticity, compression resistance, and the closer those are together, the finer and higher valued this wool is going to be.
This, on the other hand, lower quality wool, he says would go for about $1.25 a pound. This business has gone through different names and ownership, but it is a survivor.
Maybe 30%, no more than 30% of sheep numbers are available today that were, say compared to 1950. And we have fewer people in rural America. We have fewer cattle people, fewer farmers.
Still, in this 25,000 square foot warehouse, Prager believes the future is bright.
Wool is a great fiber. It's a natural fiber. It's never been duplicated with synthetics. It's wearability, durability, fire resistance.
Expecting to ship about 4.6 million pounds of wool this year. Not bad for a place few have ever heard of. If you've met someone cool along the way, please call or email us to let us know. Center of the Nation also includes a smaller companion warehouse in Billings. And guess what the second biggest use of their wool is?
Socks.
You're right, machine washable wool socks.
Because I love them.
And really, no surprise. Okay, Prager wears them every day. And one other cool thing about sheep is they're drought resistant. Mm-hmm. They can eat stuff that other animals can't eat, and they don't need much water, so they're ideal for our area.
I didn't know 20%. That number's fascinating.
That's a lot of wool.
Thanks for sharing, Steve.